Yay, Uncle Paul's first. You do. You win. You win all the things. You win me. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look, it's just the two of us now. We're all alone here. Hey, there's Watermelon Wolf and Virgil. Hello. Virgil, I don't know if we've seen you here before, if we've seen you much here before, but welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Dolphin Tabby, Corpselin. Haven't seen you in a while. What do you mean, you wolf, Uncle Paul? What? Oh, I think you meant hi, wolf. That's fantastic. Hey, anime loving child. Oh, Uncle Paul's so sweet to me. You're playing MC. MC, wait. Minecraft. Oh, Minecraft. You're playing Minecraft. I am excellent at Minecraft, just FYI. Ask the girl. I'm amazing. Hey, Jax. Hey, Adrian. How are we all today? Are we all having like a really good day, or are we having a crappy day? What is it? I mean, it's, it's the end of the world. So how good could it be, really? You changed your name from Hawk. Oh, okay, cool, Virgil. Well, I know you. Well, you'll be Hawk in my mind still, but also Virgil. So, we'll cover all the bases. So, yeah, seriously, how are you guys today? Is today like a crazy day for you? Is today a lazy day for you? What do you got going on? Are you working? Are you dreading the upcoming school year that is going to be crazy? I don't even know. Hey, Court. Excellent. So glad to hear that your test was negative, because that is some scary stuff. And for anybody that is testing for COVID, believe me, my thoughts are with you. The minions are with you, and it's some scary stuff. So I hope that everybody is safe and healthy and as happy as we can be during this whole apocalypse thing. I'm feeling a little negative about it today, like I'm tired. I'm tired of the world ending. Watermelon Wolf, that's like all video games though. I'm lazy and need to take a shower, but I won't because Minecraft, because video game, That's weird, Jax. I see everyone. You maybe have to refresh or something. Try refreshing, and then maybe everyone else will show up, because I'm pretty sure everyone's not invisible. I mean, almost sure, relatively sure. Oh, awesome, Virgil. You know what? The girl, whenever Pinky gets in here, also draws her OCs, and they're really fantastic too. You'll have to maybe compare notes and stuff like that, because she loves to do it. She has one of those little tablet things that goes on the... I sound so old when I say that. One of those tablet things that goes on the laptops. I don't even know. Dolphin Tabby, I'm taking a break from the COVID. Yeah, I hear you. It's so funny too, because like I wasn't feeling really good last week. And so I'm so sorry that I had to cancel. And this week I feel like I'm kind of out of sorts. Like I feel fine, but I just feel a little out of sorts. So if I'm spacey and all over the place, just bear with me, because I don't know what's going on with me today. Uncle Paul is good enough for all of us. I hope that Jax is refreshing though, because that usually fixes everything. So today... In case you don't know, today I was supposed to announce the winner of the Into the Real arc, except I didn't pick one. I'm terrible at giving this thing away, which is crazy, because I love this book. It's like my favorite book, and I just haven't done it. If you don't know, I was hired by a company to be a game writer. So I've been working on this video game and creating it, and it's been amazing and a lot of fun. And it's taken up a lot of my time, but it's taken up a lot of my attention and my thoughts. So I've kind of been like hyper focused on that. It's weird, because like when I love something, I love it very much, and I get very attached to it and around it, and that's the thing. And I just have not been in the mindset to remember to give stuff away. Plus, I've had a lot of promo stuff going on for Soul Broken. If you have not read the announcements, I have the sequel to Legacy of Trolls Soulbound coming out on August 4th. And today is what, the 1st? Looking at my calendar. Yeah, today is the 1st. So it is Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. Soul Broken comes out, and I'm so excited. So please go and pre-order it, and it's going to be amazing. I'm super, super excited. Excellent. Good, Jax, because I was wondering what was going on. Yeah, I know. Last week I was on the couch and couldn't move. I felt terrible. I'm so tired right now, but I don't know. I think a lot of it's just stress. Hey, Garen, how are you? Oh, that's not good, Watermelon Wolf. Don't do that. Yeah, exactly. What now? What did you do? Wait, is it something really terrible that you shouldn't describe on here because it's a horrible thing, or because my goodness, I hate when I do accidental terrible things. You're not too good. Oh no, Garen, what's going on? Bad day, rough things, help things. Is there somebody we gotta come after? Because, you know, you got the Minion Horde on your back. It's cool. We're all kind of quiet today. That's cool, you know? Oh my God. Watermelon Wolf. That is so pure something stupid that I would do. Absolutely. And go, wait, what I do? That's classic. Okay, Garen, Josh was emotionally abusive and verbally abusive after we broke up to the point where I was put in a psychiatric hospital. Oh my goodness, that is so tough, Garen. The thing that's good is, for one, you were in a psychiatric hospital somewhere where people can help you. Two, if someone is abusive like that, emotionally, verbally, physically, any kind of abusive, if they're manipulative and abusive, you are better off without them. So I'm really glad that you're not with Josh anymore, and I'm really glad that you got help at the hospital. And I hope that you're doing better and that you'll just stick with us and stay away from him, because it sounds like he was pretty toxic, you know? So I'm so sorry. I'm sending you all the hugs in the world because I just want everything to be better. He's a part of the Minion Horde. Oh, that makes things rough. Eh. Well, you know what? I think the best thing you can do is keep your distance. And if he engages, don't engage, or just tell him, look, I can't engage. You know, because you have to be kind, but you have to be firm. You have to be kinder to yourself. Minion or not, you know, you have to be kinder to yourself. Yeah, we do. We love you very, very much. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Yeah, that is Josh. Oh, that's tough too, because I love you and I love him. And that's really tough when breakups happen. You know what I mean? Especially if they're just not being handled well. And it is very easy in a heightened emotional state for things to go awry. You know, sometimes I don't know if that's part of his character. I don't know. You know, I only know you minions to the level that I know you. Wow, I'm so smart. But I mean, I only know you so well, and so it's hard to say. But I know that when you're hurting, sometimes you do really stupid things. You know what I mean? And it's okay, but it's not okay to mistreat another person. So I'm really, really thinking about you. You also work together. Garen, God, you need a new job. It sounds like your lives got kind of really entwined when you were together, and that can be difficult to pull apart. So hopefully you'll find some way to get some distance, maybe a different job, maybe, you know, something. I just hope my ex never finds this server. That bad, huh, Watermelon Wolf? Oh, I can relate to that. And I agree. Everybody, like Uncle Paul said, just everybody play nice together while we're here. We can all still be in the Horde. Exactly. You know, I had an interesting email a while ago. Not a while ago, just the other day actually, and it kind of threw me for a loop. It kind of threw my entire week off, and I posted about it in Discord, and I'm still feeling a little shaken by the whole. I don't know if you read it. I tagged everyone on everything by that Minion contacting me and saying that, you know, because of how I am, how I post and things like that about mental health and about all the politics and all that stuff that's going on. It's stuff that's in my head that she felt uncomfortable and wanted to leave the Minion Horde, and it kind of broke my heart. So I'm a little today, you know. You even bought a ring? Oh my goodness, Garen. That is really, really hard. Uncle Paul is the best. You know? Yeah, it sounds like it was really, really tough for you, Garen. Today, just FYI, today we're doing just a hangout. We're not reading today because what we're supposed to be doing is having a discussion. And if I am right, I have a note here. If I am right, we were going to talk about background characters, which ought to be very interesting. We can talk about background characters. I don't think that'll take us an entire hour. So I think pretty much we'll talk about background characters. And then also if there's any like writing or publishing stuff we want to throw in there, we totally can. Yes, Pinky is here. Aw. Wait. Bubby is stuck under your dresser. Like stuck under your dresser? Because Dad will come and get him out, because that's crazy. Oh, no, we're definitely not talking about Kratos. We'll talk about everybody but Kratos. You have 10 questions? 10 questions? I think I mentioned him 3 times. You have over 3 times the questions? Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm down. Let's do this. If you have questions about a background character, I want you to know something. For one, it has been a very long time since I wrote any of the Vlad books. So if those are the characters, just know it's going to take me a minute. 2, after I write a book, I generally forget huge portions of it while I move on to the next thing, because then that's the thing I love. So if I don't remember any of this, just know that's the way it is. When was Kratos born and how old is Kratos? I can give you a delete all questions about Kratos. I can give you a roundabout answer when it comes to Kratos. Kratos is, if I'm remembering my notes, because I did actually look this up a while ago when you were asking me questions about Kratos. Kratos is, in my notes, I think he is like 200 and something years old. So he's older, but he's younger than like Otis and Thomas. But yeah, he's old. I mean, obviously he's old. He's been around for a while and everything. And I looked at my notes and it turns out, yes, he is Greek. So he's Greek. He's around 200 years old. Does that help? It's funny because I've been thinking about him a lot and like more about what I should know about Kratos, just because you've been bringing him up a lot lately. Are there any characters that were supposed to be background that became major characters? Yeah, exactly. The story of M. M was not supposed to be what M ended up being. M ended up being this huge part of it. That actually happens quite a bit to me, and Uncle Paul knows, and that's why he's bringing it up, which I'm really grateful for. But I tend to take a character and they're a small little throwaway character, and then they end up becoming a big thing and surprising the hell out of me. There are quite a few vampire characters that are like that. What is his name? Oh my God, I can't even remember his name. Okay, you guys, maybe you can help me out. In New York. What's it called? Oh my God, I can't even remember the name of the place. V-Bar. Jeez. The dude that owns V-Bar, Dorian's dad. I don't remember his name. But he actually was supposed to be very, very minor. We were only supposed to see him once, and he was supposed to be completely gone. And he ended up becoming a big thing. Bill? No, I'm pretty sure it's not Bill. M was a contest winner. I forgot that. See, Uncle Paul knows so much more than me about this stuff. You know? Yes, V-Bar, and his name was something. I mean, obviously his name was something, but I don't remember. You remember the name, but you can't spell it? Can you spell it out like phonetically so that I have this? Because I can't remember. I'm like, it's not Edgar, right? Enrico. Yes, Enrico. Yes. Hey, Kara, how are you? Yes, Enrico was supposed to be this tiny little just throwaway character. Like, we see him once and then he's gone. Actually, something really cool about V-Bar that I don't know. If you guys know, V-Bar is an actual place. It's in the Village, I think, in New York. I don't remember. It's been years since I've been there. But I went there and... Excuse me, I'm getting text messages. Shush, you people. I should have turned that off, but I forget it. But I went to New York and everything, and I stumbled upon this little place, and it's called V-Bar. And I was like, oh, wow, what a neat little place. And I go inside, and it's just how I describe it in the books. And there's the menu and all the stuff and everything. And I got some tea. And I was thinking while I was there, I was thinking about what V stood for. And I ended up going back because a friend of mine did like a book launch party there. And I went back, and when I was there, it was nighttime. And I met Enrico, who is the owner of V-Bar, and I started thinking about it, and I said, I think the V stands for vampire. And I was talking to him, and I told him I write vampire books, and because at the time it was just Vlad. And he said, I said, can I mention V-Bar in my books? And he said, I tell you what, you can, but you've got to make me a vampire. So I did, and it ended up becoming this big thing, and now V-Bar is a big part of the books and a big part of like Dorian and Vlad and the trials and everything. So it's just really, really seriously cool that like this guy was like, hey, make me a vampire, and it ended up opening up doors to all this different stuff, Okay, Jacob, shut up. Here, we're gonna yell at the kids. We're gonna yell. We're gonna text them. Stop texting me, nerds. That's what we do. We text people and say, stop texting me, nerds, and then they stop. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up. Oh, good morning, Sylvia. It's good to see you here today. Okay, when did Tristan and Vicus start forming a relationship? Let's see. Tristan and Vicus were together for a very long time if you look at human life, because you have to remember Tristan is not a vampire. Okay, so Tristan and Vicus were together, I think, from the time that Tristan was 15. So a couple of years. But they have a very intense relationship, and it feels like they've been together much, much longer. But you got to figure, if he's like 17 and he was 15, 2 years is a huge part of your... Stop it. Thank you, Uncle Paul. But 2 years is a huge part of your life when you're just a teenager too. But it's so weird to think they've only been together for like 2 years, because it feels like, oh, they've been together like 40 years. You know what I mean? Because they have a very close relationship. Okay, question about writing. How do you figure out when to start a new chapter? This is my weakest point. Okay, here's the thing about writing. Something I like to do is when I'm writing and I go, okay, I'm writing along and here's the chapter and this is what I'm doing. The way I know when to start a new chapter is when I've left off at a point that would make me want to keep reading. Right after I write a sentence that I go, ooh, I stop and I start a new chapter, because I feel like that's a natural break. Does that make sense? I do. I feel like that's a natural break in it. And it works for me. And a lot of people don't. The fact is, there's no wrong way. There's no wrong way. But I prefer to do that just when I want to keep going and keep reading. And they say that you should always stop. Who was it that said it? That you should always stop like a sentence before you intend to end. But I don't subscribe to that at all, Do you guys have any other questions about, background characters, writing, anything? Because I'm down. Oh, you have a question about Kristoff, Pinky. Kristoff, does he ever laugh? What does he find funny? Kristoff really likes slapstick stuff. He does. And if he saw Vlad get hit, he'd probably really, really love it. But he doesn't laugh a lot. Kristoff takes himself very, very seriously. Too seriously. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to just chill. But he does. He takes himself too seriously. And I think he takes himself too seriously because he feels a little insecure. Because if you'll notice, when he meets Vlad and all this stuff and everything, he's very protective of October, because he and October were for sure at one point very good friends. And so he's very protective of his friends, and he's very closed off to, he's experienced some bullying because, they're the goth kids in this small town. And so he kind of puts a bubble around himself and says, look, only these people are in the bubble, nobody else allowed in the bubble. And I could relate to that. I was like that for a long time, or maybe I'm still like that. I don't know. Uncle Paul, don't say that. Dad jokes. I never know when to stop a sentence. When it comes to stopping a sentence, really, if you feel like you're going on too long, like, how do I describe it? A sentence should be a thought. Whether that thought is observation, whether that thought is an action, whether that thought is something someone is speaking. A sentence should be a thought. And once you've completed that thought, then the sentence needs to end. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Virgil, I am Kristoff. You know, Virgil, you might be Kristoff. You know? Oh. This is what we do with Minions. Monday through Monday. Corpselin, do you have any background characters that you connect with and love in particular? You know, let me think about that for a second, because I'm just talking about the Vlad books here. I will talk about any of my books, but right now I'm just talking about the Vlad books. Let me think, because I love every single one of my characters. And then there's Eddie Poe. I don't like Eddie Poe, but that's his own thing. I think he's a good character. I just don't like him as a person, you know? I don't know anybody that likes Eddie Poe. Do you guys like Eddie Poe at all? I'm trying to think, because I know there are some characters that I just really, really love that are not huge characters. But I'm trying to think. It's been a year or two. It's been a minute. Oh my goodness. I don't know. There are so many people that I'm like, God. I have to think about that one. I'll think about that one and I will get back to you, you know? I mean, like there are certain characters that are... Tristan, of course. Tristan, yeah, you know, Tristan is a huge one for me. I love Tristan. I feel like there's so much more there. And then when the thing happened to Tristan, which I don't want to say it in case anybody here has not read it, when the thing happened, I was really heartbroken over it because that was a really, really hard thing to read. Okay. Yeah, I was slightly joking, but that does make sense. Thank you. Well, good, Court. I'm glad I could kind of help. Mr. Craig was dead, deceased. I know, right? Oh, I love Mr. Craig too, even though I killed him off right away. That's not even a spoiler. Just 8th grade bites. Poof, Mr. Craig died. Let's see. Why did you pick Kratos to be the one to take Diablo's place? I don't know. Is that bad? I don't remember. Huh. I'm gonna take a pass on that one because I have no idea. Oh, that's fine, Virgil. That's fine. Just be safe biking back because you know people are crazy out there with their plague and all that stuff. Yeah, Jax, me too. Eddie Poe's name. That's the funny thing too about Eddie Poe is that I gave him like this amazing name because I love Edgar Allan Poe and I gave it to the one character of all my books that I can't stand. What is that about? Like Uncle Paul said, he's a weasel. I can't respect him because and that's why I don't like him because I can't respect him because he's got, his motives are very slimy. You know what I mean? Like he needs to tear people down to lift himself up. And I think you can lift yourself up without hurting anybody else. And he's just not that person. So we're very, very different. It's not cool. Excuse me. No, actually, I did not, Court, but I'm really impressed that you know that. Court had said something I just thought of. Did you base Eddie Poe off of Edgar Allan Poe's nemesis, Rufus Griswold? And no, but I love that you brought that up. That's fantastic. Okay, what about characters from other books Uncle Paul says? I'm thinking Cemetery Boys and Krill. Krill. Wait. What's Krill? Oh, Trill. Trill. I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, Cemetery Boys. Oh, Cemetery Boys. I love Cemetery Boys. That is a really, really, like, I think Cemetery Boys will always be my movie book in my head. You know, I love it. I love it very much. I love Kara in there. Kara is one of my very favorite characters in there. Devin and Kara, honestly, the twins are like everything to me in that book. Trill, though, something I love about Trill is there's a smaller background character that became a huge thing for me that I do revisit this character in Soul Broken, but not to the extent that maybe I wanted to, and that's Maddox. Maddox is an amazing character. I love Maddox, and Maddox is not a typical, I don't want to say typical girl. She's Maddox. She's very Maddox. No, that's okay. It happens. You know what I mean? It was just so funny. Yeah, obviously the food source for whales. Krill? I don't feed whales. Yes, Kara. Yes, Kara sounds like that. You know, how great is that too? And something really cool about Cemetery Boys is this: if you go through, if you know anything about tarot, and you go through, and you know how Kara does these tarot readings throughout the entire thing, I used to for years did do tarot, and so if you go through and you look at the cards that she's doing for the readings, you can actually see what is coming, what is actually happening if you pay attention to the cards. So I dug that because I put that in and like no one sees it, but it is. I love it, you know? Okay, Pinky says, we don't hear much about what exactly the monsters are in Cemetery Boys. Can you give me a description of what they are or what they might be? Oh, God. It's hard because the winged ones, if you have not read The Cemetery Boys, please read The Cemetery Boys because, like I said, it's my movie book. In my head, it's a movie. And the winged ones, there's a history there in that town. And of course, I mean, if you have read the book, you understand this. The history is that the winged ones come back during these certain periods in history and everything where a whole bunch of people have disappeared and died and stuff like that in the town, and that people rumors that there were these winged creatures. And so I like keeping them a mystery. I like the fact that even at the end of the book, you know, these are horrible, but you don't really understand it. And the reason I like that is because I feel like so many horrors of the world are that way. So many things that we can look at and go, you know something? That is really, really, truly frightening, but I can't wrap my head around it. It's good to feel that way because that kind of recognizes how out of control we are when it comes to the universe. So for me, that the winged ones creating them was like wrapping my emotions around that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I keep asking you guys, does that make sense? I don't think I make any sense today. What's that about? Corpseland, you read 8th grade bites when your homeroom teacher's name was Mr. Craig. Oh no, did he wear glasses? Because if he wore glasses, something gonna happen to him. The Legacy of Krill is a very short book. It's just been eaten by a whale. Yes, The Legacy of Krill. It's the new version of Soulbound and Soulbroken. It's more like Whalebound and Whalebroken. First person's perspective too. Yes. And that's something really actually that I wanted to catch with Cemetery Boys. One of my favorite things was the very beginning. And some people that didn't like the book said, oh, this gave everything away. And it so didn't. In the very beginning, I start with a scene that happens toward the end of the book. And it very much, even though it is a third person kind of thing because it's third person close because it's Stephen is the main character and you're seeing it through his eyes. There's that feeling though, that is a first person feeling, that feeling of like this horrible winged thing is after me. And I love it. I love it so much. I mean, I could sit here and talk about Cemetery Boys all day. Okay. Why were the bullies bullies? People who hurt people are hurt themselves. Does that make sense? I'm saying it again. Why am I always asking you that? No, the thing is that hurt people hurt people. And Bill and Tom, they have grown up, both of them, and this is something that I know very much. They have both grown up in households that were not conducive to being open, loving people. Very much a lot of judgment, a lot of control, a lot of stuff like that they grew up with. And so therefore they project that stuff onto other kids and try to like find some semblance of control, but not doing it in a really productive way, you know? And it's funny because like, you know, oh, I can't stand Eddie Poe. Bill and Tom, I also don't like Bill and Tom, but I do understand Bill and Tom because it's not their fault that they're built the way that they're built. They're just reacting in a really terrible way. And I don't approve of their actions. I don't like their actions, but I understand why they are the way that they are. I understand to a point why Eddie is too. Oh goodness, excuse me. I understand to a point why Eddie is too. I just don't like him. He's slimy. I don't trust Eddie Poe, you know? Okay. Jack says, more general writing questions to do Trill. How do you come up with the idea that people had these bound healers that were born at the same time? Yes. Okay. Here's the thing about Legacy of Trill. Forgive me before I even say this. I had a dream. I did. It's such a stupid, stereotypical writer thing. But I actually did have a dream. But here's what the dream was about. The dream was that there was this girl, and she was being sent to a place to be basically a vampire's food source, but not to die, just to like live with the vampire and just basically generate blood for him. And that they were going to be bloodbound. And so she was traveling through the woods and everything in my dream. And then what happened was a vampire attacked her, and then this guy showed up with silver hair, and he killed the vampire and everything, and then delivered her to the castle to the vampire that she was supposed to be bloodbound to. And it turned out in the dream that the guy with silver hair was the guy that she actually fell in love with. So in my dream, that's how it worked out. So I came up with the concept of the souls being bound, but the thing is, the original title was not soulbound. The original title was bloodbound. But because the story itself, as I wrote it, was not about vampires, my publisher was like, if we put bloodbound, people will think this is a vampire thing. And I'm like, well, it kind of was, but all right, that's fine. But yeah, that's where I came up with the idea, was that they were bound. For some reason, that dream made it feel like, that two people could be born at the same time, connected in a really intense way. And I was thinking about, after the dream, I was thinking about like, what if the person that you were supposed to be with, what if there was someone else that you were supposed to be with more, and so that's kind of where that came from. But are you on Team Trayton or Team Darius? Because everybody has their choice. I know what team I'm on. I'm on Team Kaya. Team Medics, maybe. Uncle Paul is so funny. Yeah, Legacy of Krill. Great. Raven! Zebra cakes! Wait, what about zebra cakes? Somebody bring me some? Because I love zebra cakes. They're so good. Nap time. I could take a nap. That sounds nice. Actually, I don't think I can nap. I'm exhausted right now, but I don't think I can nap. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any other questions about writing or something like that, we can totally talk about that. I'm happy to talk about background characters. It's just hard for me to reach back and remember all of them. I mean, you got to think, it was 2007 when 8th Grade Bites came out. I think it was 2012. Was it 2011 or 2012? I think it was 2011 when the series ended. So it's been a little while, just a little bit. Zebra cakes. You keep building, yeah. You keep building and don't do that accidental naughty stuff. We're watching you. Yes, I did, Raven. Actually, it was one of the minions that created that. I think it might have been you, Watermelon Wolf. Was it you? It was you. You made the zebra cake me, right? I mean, I'm like 98% sure. Or there's that 2% my brain might be melting out of my ears. But I love that. I love the little zebra cake me. Because zebra cakes. The answer is 5, Uncle Paul. 5. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 5. That's it. That's how much. Okay. Ooh, good question. Watermelon Wolf. Did Diablo rip out Mr. Craig's throat? No. He did not rip out Mr. Craig's throat. He did drain him. He did feed from him in a really intense way. He did injure him in ways, but he did not rip out his throat. That would have been good, but yeah, no. No, Woodchuck is not a background character, Pinky. Yeah, see, I knew you did. That was so great, Watermelon Wolf. I love it. I love it so much. I really do. I think it's adorable. They're far in the background of Cemetery. I'm sure they are. The woodchuck is the monster. Yeah, in all my books, it turns out the woodchuck is the bad guy that came out of nowhere like, oh my God, Diablo, Thomas. Wait, is that a woodchuck? Oh. Woodchucks don't have wings. Hey, my woodchucks have wings. All of them do, because there are so many woodchucks in my books. You guys are so silly. So yeah, we're not going to talk for long today because I'm really tired and I'm really out of it, and you guys are probably pretty tired of me. Canon confirmed. And Jack says, honestly, I completely forgot the characters. I stole the Bound idea from my own book idea. Good. Still writing it. 7 years, so I've not read Soulbound. Didn't want to steal anything else. No. I get it. And the thing is, if you even if you read a book, if there's one tiny little thing that you're like, this little thing inspired something in me, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Because you can be inspired and get an idea from something without being like, I'm going to lift this entire concept and take it for my own. You know what I mean? That in concepts, a lot of people have some of the similar concepts. So could another province be created? Asking for personal, totally not greatest related reasons. Could another province be created? I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about this. And how can I phrase this in a delicate way? I'm thinking. Okay, so if what you're phrasing is, could someone else, a human and a vampire, make a baby? The answer is no. No in that regard. I'm going to leave it there just because. Because reasons. Wait, what's with you and the woodchucks, you people? Steak woodchucks in the hearts? What? Something's happening here. Good. Okay, good. Sometimes when I have answers that I want to give you guys, but I don't want to, there are certain things that I don't want to share just in case. And sometimes it's hard to find exactly how to word things, you know? So how many of you are writing anyway right now? Not like right now, but like writing right now, something. Oh, great. There are only woodchucks in my books. I'm sad. I mean, woodchucks are great and all. You know, at some point I'm going to have to pick a winner of this arc. I gave this away. I mean, like I said, there would be a winner for what? Weeks ago? A month ago? We now have like 830 subscribers. I was supposed to give it away at 800 and I just haven't. I'm a terrible, terrible person. Do technical manuals count? No, they don't count, Uncle Paul. They don't count for anything. No, I'm kidding. They count, just not for this. They don't count for this. Oh, you thought you had 10 questions. You only had 8. Well, that's fine. If you think of more, please feel free to share them, you know? That's the thing. I really like helping you guys find the answers that you're seeking. I just wish that this is going to sound crazy. I wish I knew my books better. Is that strange? That's strange, right? Because like I've written so many. Into the Real, when that comes out. Oh, well, shoot. Soulbroken is coming out on Tuesday. And that'll be 13 books for me. Wow. And then Into the Real will be 14. Into the Real was supposed to be 13. But then I decided to go ahead and release Soulbroken. That will be 14 books. That's a lot of details to kind of remember. You know what I mean? Okay. I made Uncle Paul cry. I'm so sorry. Hey, you know what, Pinky? Here's the thing. It says, if right now you mean I physically wrote something months ago and only been thinking about writing, then yes. If it is in your head and you're thinking about writing, then you are still writing. It does not mean you have to put keys to fingers. Strike that. Reverse it. It doesn't mean you actually have to be physically writing. As long as you're writing up here, then you're writing. Raven, have you thought about making a series of some kind where it tells what happened? I'm so sorry. Excuse me, I'm tired. I did not sleep well last night. Where it tells what happened with Vlad and Snow and the Goss after school or in college. I always thought that Vlad's story ended with 12th grade kills. But in the years since, I have realized that there's more that I would love to be able to tell. However, that requires a publisher to say, hey, yeah, we want to be on board with this. And I don't know that will ever be a thing. I know that I have more Vlad in me. And if I am given the chance, I will give it to you. But I don't know. Publishing is a really weird thing, you know. Can vampires smell diseased blood? Absolutely. They can tell when blood is not good for them. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the fridge and you pull out a thing of milk and you smell it and you're like, whew. Yeah, they can smell it too, you know, just like we can. Yeah, I hear you, anime loving child. Sometimes that happens, you know? Kind of, but not really. Usually if something pops in my head, I write it down. Yeah, Virgil, you're writing. You better be writing. No, I don't know. Lucky 13, you know it. Corpseland, I've been pretty bad with writing lately, but I've been journaling and writing down some weird dreams I've had lately for possible inspiration. Nice, nice, nice. You should definitely keep track of all of your notes. I tend to write on like sticky notes and ripped up envelopes and stuff. Keep track of that stuff though, because I've stumbled on stuff and went, holy crap, that's amazing. I'm going to put that in this book. So you never know. And I agree, Pinky, you do need to write more. Strike that, reverse it. Isn't it a song? No, it is not a song. It is Willy Wonka. Because Willy Wonka. Actually, that's where I got the inspiration for Otis's hat, was because of Willy Wonka. Not the new version that we don't talk about, but Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka. And it's funny too, because in 8th grade bites, actually that's something I don't know that I've ever shared. Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka was actually a big inspiration for Otis in 8th grade bites, because you know how, like, when you watch Willy Wonka, you feel like, I'm intrigued by you, but I don't know that I can trust you, and you might be a really bad man. How there's kind of that vibe, but then it turns out to be really, really, really good man, just misunderstood. That was honestly my inspiration for Otis. That and Otis is the teacher I always wanted to have in school and never had. Hey, Gauge-a-Chew. It's kind of like Pikachu, but Gauge. How are you today? I'm guessing anyway. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Oh, Raven's working on world building. Really fun and overwhelming, though. Yeah, that's world building. Overwhelming. Is it fantasy world? Because fantasy worlds are like huge and there's so much layering and it's difficult. My world building, the most difficult world building I ever did was for this one. It was worth it. All that hard work was worth it. But man. Rainy! Rainy's Corner's here. Visiting real quick, just hopping in. That's okay. I'm glad you're here even for a second. The Broadway musical is definitely a traumatic memory I repress. Oh, God. I've never seen the Broadway musical of that, and I think I'll pass. Yeah. And I love musicals, but I just don't think that Willy Wonka is something that needs to be a musical. I mean, the Oompa Loompas are terrifying enough with their singing in the movie. I don't think we need that in a whole play. Oh, nice. Good. Sounds like a bunch of you are doing world building. That's excellent, because a lot of people are really intimidated by world building because it takes a lot. I mean, you know, you're basically a god and you have to put all the pieces together and have all of the rules and how a world works, what won't work in a world, you know, what's allowed, what's not allowed. It's complex, but it's also nice because you have all of this power. You can make things work, but you have to be able to explain why things work in a world. And if things aren't working, what the repercussions will be. Stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot more details to world building. I did a video on world building, but I need to do another one because there's so much more to talk about when it comes to that. And yeah, like Pinky said, I built like 3 worlds in this thing. It's huge and complex and holy crap, I love this book. If you have not yet pre-ordered Into the Real of all my books, this is my favorite. I love it more than Vlad, which is really saying something. I'm the most proud of this book. It's the best writing I have ever done. And it's also coming after I had a huge period in my life, like 6 years where I had this breakdown and things were just awful. And in that, I feel like my writing fell into a hole. And this, not only, it was me digging my way out of that writing hole, but climbing mountains. I mean, I've done things writing this book that I've never been able to accomplish before. I'm so proud of it. And I really think you guys are going to love it. It's got everything. It has so many genres. It's insane. And it comes out October 6th. Yeah, October 6th. So pre-order it so that you can wrap your head around it because it's so good. And I'm dying to talk to you guys about it, but it's not out yet, so I can't really talk. And then we will have a full discussion just on Into the Real. But we should probably do that like a week or 2 after it comes out so that everybody has time, you know, to read because I know it. Oh, excuse me. Aw, Rainy's on break at work. Well, I hope you're having a good day at work. I hope everybody's wearing their masks and maintaining distance. I know people are People are people. Ugh. Okay, let's see. I'm just catching up on things. Wow, Raven. I'm tired just reading that. I love it. Oh. Wait, do I know that song by Missy Elliott? Do I know? Wait. Do I know Missy Elliott? I think I do. I don't know. Do I know Missy Elliott? Tell me, minions, because I think I do, but I don't know. Okay. Virgil, I'm trying to figure out how to extend an issue. It needs to be longer. Ask yourself this. Why do you think the issue needs to be longer? Because whatever you do, don't take something that you're like, okay, I think this is going to be huge, and stretch it out. Because if you stretch it out, it can become thinner throughout your story. So make sure you have solid reasons for wanting that thing to be longer. Because it may be something that you actually layer in with other things. And I'm going to ask you if that makes sense. I know I am. Okay. Yeah, Court, I relate to you so hard right now. You ever just think to yourself, did I take my pill? So you take it anyway. Hope you didn't just forget that you already took it. All the time. I'm always like, wait a second. Like my meds, I keep my meds in my little case that Uncle Paul maybe is so old. He needs to make me a new one, Uncle Paul. But I keep them in here and everything. And if I don't have the 4 little things, I will completely forget them. I forget them half the time with the 4 things where I'll flip through and I'll go, hey, I didn't take those meds earlier. I could have sworn I did. So, it helps whatever you can do to stay organized and stay healthy. And if you are on medication for anything, make sure you take your meds, because I make sure to take my meds. I actually have meds right here that I haven't taken yet. Don't tell anyone, I will. As a joke, what does kratos smell like? This I actually have an answer for. I feel like kratos smells like spicy and woody. You know what I mean? Very like earthy. There's a cologne that I smelled once. It was, oh God, it was forever ago. I mean, a long time ago. Because, it was a guy, and I had dated him twice, I think. When I was at a college. I was at a Ferris State University. I was only there for a semester. I was not good at college. But I went out with him twice, and he smelled a certain way. And I forget the guy. I don't care what his name was or what his face was, whatever. But his cologne had this certain earthy, woody, spicy smell. And that is how I envision kratos smelling. That one I have an answer for, Watermelon Wolf. I have the weirdest things that stick with me. I don't know why. Bubble gum. No, Uncle Paul, he does not smell like bubble gum. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Uncle Paul, because I'm like Missy Elliott. I know the name. I don't know. You're all safe at your job. Good, Rainy, because it's scary out there. And whenever I hear about you minions going off to work and stuff, and I know you have to, it scares me because I think about it, and I think about all this stuff going on, and I worry about you guys, and I want you to stay safe. And even if you're all being safe, there are so many morons out there not being safe, and I just don't hurt my minions because I will have to come after you all. You know how it be. Spicy kratos. That sounds like a sandwich. Yes, Uncle Paul, that's exactly it. It smells like a lawyer cowboy. That's so great. Yes, Kratos' eyes are dark. I picture them so dark brown that they're almost black. Have you seen eyes like that where they're really, really, really dark? Kind of like a chestnut? That's how I picture his eyes. And I tell you what, if I ever do go back and can write about Vlad, I guess I'm going to have to add some details about spicy smelling lawyer cowboy Kratos. Okay. Corpse Land. This isn't a question, but I reread First Kill a while back, and I appreciated the Bauhaus restaurant reference. I liked those books, and not a lot of people read them. I mean, of the Slayer books, I'd say First Kill people read the most, but not a lot of people read those. I mean, I guess there are a lot comparatively to some books that are out there or anything, but I always thought people would want to know more of Joss's story, and I think some people really hold a grudge against Joss for, that whole thing he did, which wasn't nice. But the thing is that Vlad and Joss are two sides of the same coin. They are so similar. And if you think Vlad's life, if you haven't read the Slayer Chronicles and you think Vlad's life is really, really hard, you have no idea how hard Joss has it. Like, Joss's life is like 3 times as hard as Vlad's. It's really, it's something. It's terrible. Spicy boy. Watermelon. You crack me up so much. Oh, exactly, Gage. Very brown eyes. Very, very dark. Okay, Rainy, that's fine. Good luck and be safe. And I hope everyone is super, super nice today at work and that your day goes really quickly because, work, blah. Yes, that's exactly it. Like the Betazoids in Star Trek in Next Gen. That's exactly how I picture his eyes. See, I knew they were out there somewhere. What does Kristoff smell like then? Kristoff smells like bubble gum. No. I don't know. What does Kristoff smell like? What do you guys think Kristoff smells like? Like bubble gum and jealousy. Hey, Zan, how are you? I may have the third book for my birthday since I'd never gotten it. Now, I'll tell you something, Zan. It is very difficult to find the Slayer books, especially the last 2 are difficult to find. I went and I looked online. I think on my website, zbrewerbooks.com. I think if you go to the book section that I have links to where you can buy those ones, but they are very difficult to find. And that's just me thinking I have the links there. I might not, but I'm good. I am good. I'm tired. I had a really rough night, but I'm in a good mood. I'm just, just kind of waiting for things to get better out there. But in the meanwhile, I get to write a video game. So how great is that? I'm so excited. I can't wait till I can tell you guys more details about this game. Ugh. Kara loves Joss. Oh, Kara, thank you so much. Because I love him. And it's weird when people are like, I hate him. I'm like, do you know him though? Kristoff smells like patchouli. He probably does. So not like bubblegum and disappointment or whatever it was I said. No, bubblegum and jealousy. Okay. Right about the random girl following him around. Vlad, oh, is that your drudge? Kratos, what are you talking? Oh God, she got in again. That's it, Watermelon Wolf, I'm telling you. What was that, pasta? Oh my God, you guys are so much fun. Bubblegum and jealousy sounds exactly like it. I think that's exactly what Kristoff smells like. Yes, no problem, Zan. Go and check it out and see if they're there. And if not, I'll keep looking for the links, but they are very difficult to find. Let's see. My new slogan, bubblegum and jealousy. That's like the best t-shirt right there. It just says bubblegum and jealousy. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that's awesome. Kara and Corpselin both love Joss. Joss is such a great guy. He's a great guy. That's so cool. Apparently it's mint. What's mint? What am I missing? What's mint? I kind of want to binge read. Yeah, when I start reading, especially if there's a series, so I got to go through the whole thing all at once. Oh my goodness. Why do I keep yawning? Hello, Merciful She-Wolf. How are you today? Wait, I have the most important question. All right, Watermelon Wolf, what is it? Lay it on me. Oh my God, Uncle Paul is so right. Bubblegum and Jealousy sounds like the name of an MCR album. Sounds like Gerard's new song, Bubblegum and Jealousy. Patchouli is a mint plant? It does not smell like mint. It smells like hippie. I mean, it does. Let's see. I'm not insulting hippies or patchouli. I'm just saying. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, they made where is it? I have a copy of it somewhere. Zan was talking about it. I read the first Slayer book when they made a combo book of that in 8th grade bites. It was 2 books for the price of 1, and it was called High School Bites, and that was both of those books. And it was I think you can still find that actually online. Commonly called mint or dead nettle. Ooh, dead nettle. It kind of sounds like death metal. Weird. Anyway, how do we make the blood syrupy sugary drink they drink at the crypt? That's a thinker. I haven't put that much thought into it. Apparently I need to because, excuse me, goodness, what is with the yawning? Apparently it is something that people have really put a lot of thought into, because I get asked that quite a bit. I need to develop a recipe and then share it with you guys. That has got to happen because apparently it's a thing. Aww. Joss is wonderful. I'm by these books. There's too much for me. Yeah, Joss is wonderful. I really like him. And I feel like Joss is that guy that he will protect you. You know what I mean? Like he has got your back. Nobody is going to come hurt you because Joss is there. And if they hurt you, he will hurt them. But then he'll also like bring you flowers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's a really, really sweet boy, but he can kick ass if he needs to. So I just like him. Granted, if I had to choose between Vlad and Joss as people, I prefer Vlad just because he's Vlad. But you know, you want to make a recipe? Oh my God. Probably has Red Bull in it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yes, someone, if any of you know how to create some kind of recipe for a drink, start throwing stuff together and let's see what you guys can come up with, because I'm really curious to know too. I know how I imagine it tasting, but Red Bull in it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I mean, like if you were there, if you were at the crypt and you were dancing and everything was cool, high energy at a club, syrupy red thing that they call blood, but it's not. Red Bull, that makes sense. But it has to look red. That's a key. It's got to be red. Badass good guy. Exactly. Badass good guy is Joss. For some reason, I imagine it tasting a little like cherries, too. That could be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. Somebody make this drink. I know it's mine. I know I invented it. That doesn't mean I know anything about it. You got to get as jittery as Sprat. That's the goal. Okay, whatever this drink is, it turns people into Sprat. Okay, it's like Sprat energy drink. That's what it is. Red Bull and cherries. Go from there. I agree. Time to make a red smoothie. Heck yeah. Do you ever think that someone would be obsessive over one background character? You know, there's always the unexpected when you're a writer. There's always the unexpected. I have to say, I never saw anybody being obsessed with Kratos. You impress me every single day. There's flavored Red Bull too. Isn't all Red Bull flavored? I don't know. I've never drank Red Bull. Wait, I've had a sip of Red Bull. Just a sip. It tasted like Red Pop. Do you guys know what Red Pop is? Like Faygo Red Pop? Red Bull and grenadine. That would do it. Yes, your energy does get to be like Sprat a bit, you know. Well, the thing is that, like, you know, if we get crazy with sugar and pixie sticks and zebra cakes, then we can all be Sprat. That is actually, speaking of background characters and smaller characters that I did not expect to come to love a lot, Sprat is one of my favorite characters in the whole series. He is baby. He is Cupcake. He is Sprat, and I adore him so much. And it's funny because a lot of people ask me what Sprat looks like. This sounds maybe crazy, but I kind of envision Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, only like adorable. So that's how he is in my head. I don't know, it's the thing. Red Bull sponsors your college? Yeah, mind freak. Red Bull tastes not good. Yeah, I swear I've had a sip and it tasted like Faygo Red Pop, but I don't know. Yeah, Pinky, we did give you Red Pop actually. It was really, really good back in the day. Or maybe I'm just thinking Red Bull probably tastes like that. I don't know. I forget things sometimes. Anyway, loving child, I don't think I could drink it if it had Red Bull. I can't have high amounts of caffeine. Neither can I. I can't have caffeine pretty much at all. Now, everything has to be decaffeinated because my anxiety is really sensitive in recent years. And so I found if I have completely cut caffeine out, it helps me to manage my anxiety so much better. Yes, Savage, exactly. He is an emo soft boy. He is so that. He is so... Oh my God. Do you know who would be a great Sprat? Ethan Nestor. He could be a great Sprat. That just occurred to me. Ethan could so be Sprat. We could just take him and paint his nails and put him in the right clothes. Have you seen the I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube where his girlfriend dresses him all goth and everything. He could so be Sprat. How great would that be? See, Uncle Paul knows. Ethan. Yeah, how have we barely talked about Sprat? Let's get into that. I love Sprat. Oh my god, he's like the best guy. And the thing is, Sprat is just accepting and warm and loving and open. He doesn't have any enemies or anything like that. And the thing is that like people have tried, I'll tell you this background for sure. People have tried to bully Sprat and he just chooses not to recognize it and just assumes that everybody, if you're trying to bully somebody, then you must have issues and it's okay because I'm here and I'm your friend. Because he's Sprat. I adore him so much. Yes, crank gameplays, exactly. How great is that? Oh, I love him so much. He's so cool. Ethan is Sprat. See, you all know Ethan is Sprat. How great would that be if like we had a movie and they were like, hey, we need Sprat. I mean, crank gameplays. We need you because you're Sprat. So Ethan, if you see this at any point in time, which totally never will, just know that in the Vlad Todd series, you're Sprat. I need this in my life, Ethan. I need it. Well, we can put makeup on him. I don't know. I do think though that he's Ethan-esque. I really, really do. You found the frozen strawberries, Virgil. Are you making the drink right now? Sprat is baby. He's so sweet. We're all Sprat. That's the thing. I feel like Sprat is just the epitome of how people should be. You know what I mean? You should recognize that when people say things or do things that might be harmful, you have to look at things from their point of view and just go, you know what? They might be having a bad day and stuff like that. They need somebody to be kind to them and to understand them. And then you need to focus on your own joy and move forward in your life, dance like nobody's watching, eat all the pixie sticks you want, and just be yourself and be authentic and be happy, you know? Something else about Sprat. Ethan is Sprat in 10 years. I bumped my mic. Ethan is Sprat in 10 years. He so is. Something else about Sprat that I've never told anybody because nobody ever asked. But Sprat is, how do I phrase this? Wait, no, there's no way. I don't need to phrase. Sprat's bi, and he's so cute and open minded, and I just adore him. Can Sprat do a backflip? I think he needs to now. Yes, I like Game Grumps. They're fantastic. What is Pinky? What is the one Game Grumps that I love so much with the plant that's shooting the things? Oh, God, it's so great. Oh, the freak out in that is so amazing. It's so fantastic. They did an animated version of it, too, but it was so good. Ooh, yogurt or cream cheese. Be careful. Check the expiration date on that, Virgil. To impress you. Wait, what are you talking about, Pinky? To impress YouTuber Drekiplier, COVT version of Markiplier. Nice. Wait, who are we welcoming? What's happening? Am I missing something? I don't know what's happening, man. Everything's cool. Battle Kid! If you have not seen Game Grumps Battle Kid, it is the best damn video. It is so funny. I laugh so hard. I love it so much. But you have to watch that one before you watch the animated version of it. Because you gotta know. Sandstorm animations. Diet Coke and Big Red Slushy with Monster and a dash of Sprat's pixie sticks that he threw in. Ooh, that sounds really, really cool. Should it be Diet Coke, though? Will that affect the color in a negative way? Half of this discussion today is, let's talk about background characters. The other half is, so anyway, this drink. You know? Too much honey? No such thing. Oh, I love honey. Honey's so nummy. Yes, Animated Grump is the animated version. It's so funny, too. I just love Diet Coke. There you go. I like Diet Pepsi. I really do. Caffeine-free Diet Pepsi, of course, because, you know. I know that sounded very heart attacky, but at the same time, like, Sprat has a lot of energy. The thing is, though, like, he has a lot of energy, but it's not all from sugar. You know? It's not all from sugar. How do I turn this bender on? Do you mean blender? It'd be the on button. Just hit the 1. Make sure the lid's on first, and then hit the 1. Promise. Everything will be fine. Don't put your fingers in it. It'll all be good. How tall is Kratos? I think Kratos is probably pretty tall. I do. Oh, wait, didn't I tell you that the other day? I do. I envision him as being a tall guy. Like maybe like 6'2", something like that, you know? The drink is a background character. I know, right? It's funny. I get asked about it so much, and I've never really put that much thought into like what's in it. I don't know, something sugar for sure. 4-3. No. Oh, they're bending unit. That seems like a personal question though. So it's not working. Did you plug it in? Did you plug it in? Plug the blender in. And then hit 1. That's how the blender's used. See, even Pinky's like, plug it into the wall. If not, if it does not work, then Virgil, I think that you broke it. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy a new blender. We're so disappointed. All right, so guys, next time we are going to be reading 10th Grade Bleeds, and if you don't know, we are every other Saturday we do hangouts. Like this week, we're doing a hangout and just chat and whatever. And sometimes there's a topic. Usually there's a topic. And then when we're not doing those, we do a live read. And the live reads I cannot keep on my channel because of copyright reasons for my publisher. So I have to delete those right after. So if you want to do a read, you've got to be here. And it's the same time every single Saturday, unless I get sick or something like that. But we are really close to the end of 10th Grade Bleeds. We actually are on, and this is just for next week, just a heads up. We are on chapter 23, and we have 28 chapters, so that's 5 chapters. Only 5 chapters left of 10th Grade Bleeds. And then we are on to my favorite book in the Vlad Todd series. And my favorite book in the Vlad Todd series is 11th Grade Burns. I'm so excited. Honestly, it's because of the very end of the book. It just is. It's amazing. Oh, good. Mind Freak, do it. Watch Game Grumps because they are really, really funny. They're not my favorite, but they're definitely up there, you know? Lately, I'm really into like Gray Still Plays. Oh my God, he's so funny. I just love the way he torments everything and breaks games. It's so ridiculously good. Oh yeah. Yeah. Virgil, you're bad at blending things. I'm so helpful. Yes, that's true too. Pinky, Game Grumps Ace Attorney series is really good too. Yeah, the thing I like about different gamers that are YouTubers is that they each have something different to offer. You know, it's amazing. But yeah, there's who else is it? There's somebody else. Oh, Josh on Let's Game It Out. He's also really, really, really funny. So I really like him. Yeah, Uncle Paul just said it too. Yeah, Let's Game It Out. Gray Still Plays. Of course, there's Markiplier. Of course, there's Crank Gameplays. I mean, of course, there's Jacksepticeye. And Jack is on a break right now. He decided to take at least a month off just for like mental health and to chill out because everything's so much right now and everything. But he is, if you've not watched Jack's laugh videos, he is just all of Jack's stuff. He's a very positive person. I really, really dig him a lot. And he tweets back, you know. He's tweeted me back several times, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. He's a super nice guy. Virgil, wait. I have to sneeze. I think. Maybe. Apparently no. Virgil, what do you think I said when I said push 1? That's a setting. Blend it. Yes, Markiplier, Savage Markiplier is awesome. I am, of course, a part of Unis Annus, Memento Mori. And more than Markiplier, I like Darkiplier because Darkiplier is Darkiplier. Adrian, I miss Jack too. I'm really, really happy for him that he's taking this time off because you need to be good to yourself and it's important. But I really, really miss him and I can't wait till he comes back because he's this guy that you go and you listen to and you need some positivity in your life, you know? It's funny though, isn't it? Because like we're all so connected now in such a present way with with YouTube videos and stuff like that. We're all connected around the world. And it's weird how you can like watch like a gamer or something like that on YouTube. You know, you can watch a YouTuber and you can feel like, you know, we're totally friends, kind of. In my head, we're friends, you know? Meme time. Thank you. God, wait, why couldn't I remember meme time? I live for meme time. Yeah, exactly. The only cure for sadness, baby. Darkiplier is the best ever. I wish we had more Darkiplier. I also really love Illinois from a Heist with Markiplier. Illinois is just the best. L is for lovers who love one another. Yeah, stop there. No more of the rest of that. Oh, yes. Who Killed Markipliers? I know Who Killed Markiplier. Yeah, Who Killed Markiplier was great. I've seen if Markiplier has it out, I've seen it. But yeah, he's yeah, Adrian, I agree. Breaks are really good, and he's so positive. That's the thing. It's like I think everybody needs someone like that in their life that's just bursting with positivity. And anytime he says, top of the morning to you, laddies. My name is Jacksepticeye. He's so like, yes, here he is, and he's energetic and he's wonderful. And I have been writing lately, and when I'm writing, I've been listening to the song to All the Way. If you have not heard it, go and I downloaded it, but you can go, it's on YouTube or something like that too. But look for All the Way Jacksepticeye and listen to it because I'm obsessed, and it's positive. It's amazing, and I dig it. Oh, Cord, I hadn't heard that. I've never been a big watcher of Jenna Marbles, but I didn't realize that she left YouTube. That's tough. And I really, really hope that she's okay and that everything's all right, because that's, when sometimes it gets to be too much, so maybe it was just too much for her. I don't know. Yes, Mark, Pinky said that the other day, that Mark said he might be making another heist, which would be amazing. Wilford. The thing about Wilford Warfstash that I love too, I love when he's stabbing Mark and he's like, you're starting to like it. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of relate there. Still not working. Virgil, you are bad at blending. Yeah, I agree with Uncle Paul. It's time to stop. You can't blend. Go get a spoon. Go get a spoon. That's what's happening now. You get a spoon. You can't be trusted with the blender because you can't find the button. All right, guys. I think we'll reel it in for the day. I've got to go finish taking my meds because I'm not medicated fully right now. And I think that we will probably... You texted your mom how to blend. Oh my God, you're such a disappointment. I mean, I love you. Those things can both be true. But I think we'll call it a day, and I think that we will get together next Saturday. We'll get together, of course we will, and we'll do a reading of 10th grade bleeds. Since we only have like 5 more chapters, I think we'll have 2 more Saturdays of reading 10th grade bleeds, and then we'll move on to 11th grade burns. And I think after we're done with Vlad, if the pandemic's still going on, which it probably will be because people won't wear the masks, if the pandemic's still going on, I think we'll move on to something else. We might move on to Joss. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I will probably vote over it. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Yeah, the blender doesn't want to blend. Don't make the blender blend if the blend's not blending. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Okay, so I love you all very, very much. And I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. You guys make my Saturdays so much better, So that's it for me today, Minions. And I hope to see you all in the Discord. If you are not part of the Discord, please join our Discord. I know YouTube in the chat, they tend to delete links and stuff like that. But if you go on my website, zebrabooks.com, there is a link to our Discord in there, and it's never supposed to expire. So go join our Discord. There's tons of us there, and it's amazing. And I really, really want to see you there. So, ooh, Uncle Paul votes for Cemetery Boys. Okay, I will see you guys later, okay? Bye.